host, Kage, and my pronouns are they, them. Today we'll be talking about queer safety, especially given the current political climate of the country we're recording in, as well as all over the world. It is really hard to be a queer person in this day and age, so whether you're new to this podcast because you just came out of the closet, or your egg just cracked, or if you've been here for a really long time and you still don't know what to do, or maybe you're just someone close to a queer individual who has a queer individual in their life and just wants to become a better person and a better ally for them, this is the podcast for you. So on the topic of queer safety, there's multiple resources online. It's rather easy to search up, but if you're scared that your parents will find out, we're suggesting a couple of sites just, for your, personal use, just for quick and easy access. So, especially given that in the recent weeks-ish, the political climate has caused young LGBTQ members to develop self-harming tendencies or commit suicide, unfortunately. We'd like to do our part as part of the community to hopefully prevent some of that by giving more access to these resources in a more accessible way, like with this podcast. So without further ado, let's get to the good resources. So one many people may know of, the Trevor Project. So the Trevor Project is a counseling and suicide prevention service specifically for LGBTQ youth or all LGBTQ members. If you're considering volunteering, you can go through their counselor training, or if you're just searching for, good advice, or you feel like you're in a dangerous position, feel free to reach out to the counselors. They have a chat. And if you're scared of your family finding out or your friends finding out, or you're just scared, it does have a safe exit feature, so you can get in and out as quickly as you can. Now, for some of you who have been in this community a lot longer than we have, there is SAGE, which is an advocacy service for LGBTQ elders. So we understand that it doesn't get talked about very often, but there are LGBTQ elders, and they don't always have the same support that some of the LGBTQ youth have. So SAGE is there, and SAGE has a lifeline, so we will be providing that in the description below. If you're interested in finding news to make sure you're up to date with everything involving the LGBTQ community or anything that's currently attacking the community, just so you can be on top of things, highly suggest GLAAD, which is the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation. They are essentially a media organization that goes against some of the defamatory coverage of queer demographics and their portrayals in media, entertainment industries, as well as the news and by certain politicians. We also have GLSEN, is specifically an advocacy group for LGBTQ students. So if you're interested because you're a student, or because you're the parent of a student, a friend of a student who wants to support your friends, your loved ones, please go check these out. Again, links will all be in the description below. We also note that sometimes help needs to come faster than we'd like it to. So there is the SAGE LGBTQ Elder Hotline, that's for LGBTQ elders. The Trevor Project always has its chat line open. The Trans Lifeline is 1-877-565-8860, and this will be in the link below. The Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is 988. The Crisis Text Line is 741-741, and Text Talk. We know that this is a really hard time for queer people, so it's a little bit unfortunate that this has to be what our first episode topic is about, but there's always ways to fight for what's right. We will include links in the description below to the American Civil Liberties Union, which will continue to fight for LGBTQ and other minoritized communities, as well as a link to a message to representatives to protect trans healthcare rights. If you're interested in what this podcast hopes to offer, in some more positive news, some more educational news, and less sadness and safety, please follow our podcast and come check us out next Thursday. I hope you guys had fun with the resources we came to share, and you can help the other queer individuals in your life.